What's up? What's up? It's your girl Michelle with the Raindrop Convos and
Stacy, what's going on, guys? And tonight, of course, it's our Wind Down Wednesdays, our Gen X slash Gen Y and Gen Z mashup. So we have who on the line?
Hey y'all, it's Za.
all right, well, let's
How
do
y'all doing
this.
tonight?
I'm good, man. I am chilling. I'm chilling. How's everybody?
We're good. We're good. Let's get into the conversation.
Let's do this. Just a sec. All right. All right. So what's going on? What's popping?
Okay, you guys. So, do you guys know Sha'Carri Richardson?
Oh,
Yeah,
we've been talking about
we've
her
been talking
for
about her.
on our 4th of July broadcast. We talked about her.
Yes.
Yes. So, for those of you who don't know, Sha'Carri Richardson, she is a 21-year-old American track and field sprinter from Louisiana State University. Um, she actually failed her drug test, so she was unable to participate in the Olympics coming up. In August, I believe. Now, a lot of people were upset because she's clearly talented. This young lady is clearly talented, but Sha'Carri took it for what it was. She acknowledged that she was wrong. She acknowledged that the rules was rules, and she tweeted that she was human, which I think a lot of people need to realize. Like, I was sad for her as well. My heart broke. She just lost her mom. So I was a little empathetic with that because you don't know what grief looks like in certain people. So I was very
Right.
sympathetic and empathetic with her as well. But rules are rules. I mean,
Facts.
rules are rules. So of course, she did get a 30-day suspension, which would have ended August 5th, and she would have been able to participate in the 4x100 relay race. But,
Mhm.
but, but,
Hmm.
I don't know, the way Black Twitter and Black America, was in uproar. I'm talking celebrities. I'm talking Rihanna, Cardi B. I don't know. Somebody must have been praying because Japan, they issuing a state of emergency, so nobody might not be able to participate in this year's Olympics, honey.
Well, yeah, Tokyo just issued or said they will be soon if they have not already. But their governor said that they will be issuing a state of emergency pretty soon. So that should last or is supposed to last throughout the duration of the Olympics. And that means that fans from abroad have already been told, I think a couple of weeks ago, that they wouldn't be allowed to come in for the games and they were just going to allow, I think, half of the 50% of each of the venues to be filled with locals. But it doesn't look like even that's going to happen. So yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't know, but then I understand what the IOC is saying, the International Olympic Committee. I mean, they're saying that, yes, we feel for her. We understand her extenuating circumstances. However, we have to also take into consideration those athletes that followed the rules, you know what I mean, worked hard just as hard as she did, but they didn't, unfortunately fall into that trap. And so why should they not get a chance, And so they went with, I think, six or and seven I forgot their names, the young ladies, I think English Gardner and Aaliyah Hobbs. So now they get a chance because of this, very unfortunate circumstance that happened with Miss Richardson. Now you have, these two young ladies that get their opportunity. So, I mean, it just depends on how you look at it.
All right, so let me ask a quick question because I'm a bit confused. When you say state of emergency, what kind of state of emergency, y'all? I'm just I'm not clear. What's going on?
Yeah, because of the surge in coronavirus
Oh, okay.
cases.
All right. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's talk about that. All right. So yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought, but I was like, it wasn't because of Shakara. Okay, so
No,
Shikari,
no, because of
Shakari or
the
whatever.
yeah,
Okay. All
their
right.
rise. Yeah, they're saying it
Mhm.
hasn't started yet. It should soon start or should be
Okay.
soon issued. Yeah, because they went from last Wednesday from having 714 cases that day to
Mhm.
this Wednesday having a rise of 920 cases in a day.
Okay. All
So
right. So
yeah, so
yeah.
they're like,
Yeah.
listen, and again, they told fans a
Mhm.
couple of weeks ago abroad that they wouldn't be able to come in for the games. So
Okay.
yeah, so they're gonna lose.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna lose a lot of money, and really the health advisors, the medical
Mhm.
advisors are telling them you really should cancel it.
Mhm.
But the IOC is gonna, I mean, they make 75% of their income from selling broadcast rights. And so if they canceled this, they will lose about $3 to $4 billion.
Yeah, because there's going to be more people still watching. But
Correct.
hey, I bet it would be more people watching if she was there. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
mean, you know.
Um, but I just want to touch on something real quick, and then I'm going to jump out of this topic. You guys can close it out whenever you're ready. But the headline of the article says Nike stands with Shakari Richardson after she tests positive for marijuana, which I think is nice and honorable. But I researched and found an article that I think, Stacey, when we had our podcast on 4th of July, we were trying to figure out that track and field star that Nike cut when she was
Mm-hmm.
pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Found her name.
Who was it?
Felix. What is her name? Her name is
Oh,
Allison Felix. And
okay.
so when Nike ran a "We support pregnant athletes" ad,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of female athletes were very offended by that
Mm-hmm.
because they felt like when they, all they did was get pregnant. But
Yeah.
now, so I just want people to understand to know what big business does when it comes to supporting and why they choose to support. And so that athlete, she went on to actually start her own brand. She was like, okay, y'all gonna cut me? Fine, I'll go start my own thing.
Mm.
So, like I say, I'm really
Congratulations to
happy
her.
about
Yeah.
right. I'm happy about the support that Nike is still showing for Shakari, because obviously there's something in it for them as well. But let's just understand how big brands work, and that it's a money grab. So, like you said, the broadcasting, the views, the advertising. So, this girl smoked weed, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? She smoked weed. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I mean,
yeah. I
it's
get it. She broke the rules, but she smoked weed, and so
yeah.
they dropped women for being pregnant. So I'm like, come on, y'all. Let's look at the big picture and what's really going on behind the fact that if you have a talent, just know somebody's going to try to either find a way to take you down or find a way to benefit from it. So that's my two
Well, I
cents.
mean,
I'm
and
done.
the USA Track and Field, they
Mhm.
did release a statement, like again saying that they were incredibly sympathetic to
Mhm.
the extenuating circumstances, but they also said that they do believe that the international rules do need to be reevaluated regarding
Mhm.
marijuana use. So,
Gotcha.
but again, they had to maintain a fairness in this process
With the current
according to the
rules,
current rules.
right?
Bingo.
I
All
got you.
right, go ahead, Zai. Sorry.
I just think that Sha'Carri made a mistake. I hope she learns from this mistake.
Mhm.
And it's not the end of her career, because she is very much, very much ooh, not Michael Phelps. But see,
Oh yeah.
the difference Michael Phelps and the difference with Sha'Carri was like, this wasn't his situation when he got caught smoking a bong after the Olympics. And he lost his, if I'm not mistaken, he lost
Yeah, I
his
thought it was.
endorsement with
I'm not
Kellogg.
sure, but I
He
thought it
had,
was.
yeah, he had a Kellogg's endorsement as well, and he lost that. Sha'Carri didn't lose her. Endorsement with Nike. They are standing by my good sis.
I mean, but at
Mhm.
the end of the day, Sha'Carri herself, kudos, because she has a wonderful attitude about this. She has the attitude that I would hope that any young person who finds themselves in this type of situation should have. And she says she's 21 years old. She's not perfect. And Michelle, you and I talk about all this, all the time. Like, who are all these perfect people that are out here judging what everybody else is doing,
Right.
And so from her mouth to, God's ears, I'm 21. I have a lot of games left in me.
Right.
I got a lot of Olympic games left in me, and I got the talent to back it up. And you know what? When I get that opportunity again, I'll come after me. Whoever drug tests, whoever, come on after me. I got all the smoke for you.
Right.
And that's what she said. And, to some degree, I may have, ad-libbed a little bit. But at the end of the day, that's what she said. And I got to ride with my girl on that one.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Well, I'm like I said, I'm good with this story because, hey, it is what it is. Just glad that she, wait, now we got a guest on here saying that her friends and family let her down. Now, what does that mean, y'all?
I don't know. I don't feel like they let her down. I don't know what this guest is referring to. I definitely think that Sha'Carri, she has a positive attitude, and I think that with a lot going on, the only way that she could have this positive attitude is from her friends and her family. Especially when you just lost a parent, you know what I mean? And you still have to compete. It's like she didn't really have time to grieve. You know what I mean? You still have to work on your talent. You still have to be this hero. You know what I mean? For your friends and your family, and for those who are looking up to you, to be this hero for them. You know what I mean? So I just feel like marijuana, it didn't affect her talent. If anything,
it didn't.
You smoking weed and you running fast like that.
I mean, for real.
Right. No, but I think that I mean, and I don't know if the guest, meant it in that way, but when we talk about the support system that you have around you, and you understand, like, okay, the people that are around you to protect you. And so in that perspective, and I think we touched on that the other day, Shell Sunday, that if her people around her were protecting her, then they would have been supporting her in that time of need.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's how I can see that. I mean,
right. Yeah, that's the only way I would see it, is that somebody should have been like, hey girl, I know you're going through some stuff, but don't do it. You know what I mean? Whoever put that blunt or that joint or whatever in her hand, they were not thinking about the fact that this girl could go national, international.
Yeah, like she is going international.
Right. And so it's
she
like
qualified to go international.
Yeah, and not to get too deep into how family will do that to you. You kind of got some haters in your family that's like, oh yeah, I know you're about to make it, but come on, girl, smoke these joint, take this drink. So anyway, y'all, we ain't gonna harp on this too long because I see we've got several topics that I am so totally interested in us diving into. What's next? What's next, baby? What's next?
Okay, so now we're gonna move along to my favorite R&B artist at the moment. I love me some Miss Summer Walker. Okay. I love me some Miss Summer Walker.
I like her music a lot. Yes.
Yes. I went to her concert, you guys. It was just amazing. But Summer Walker and London on the Track. I don't know if you guys know London on the Track. He's a Grammy Award winning producer. Okay. They were together for a point in history. They were together for a while. Cute little couple. A lot of dysfunction in the beginning of their relationship, because London on the Track actually has 2 baby mothers besides Summer Walker. One of his baby mothers, well, actually both of his baby mothers didn't like the fact that London wasn't taking care of his kid, I guess, when he was with Summer. And Summer told them, this all happened on social media, which is horrible. That these are parents, and they are talking about this on social media, but this is prior to Summer Walker's and London's love child. So they were talking and they were saying, like, Summer, like, we don't like you, you're horrible, like, I couldn't be with a man who, didn't want to be with his kids. And she's like, ladies, like I've wrote you guys multiple times on several occasions and offered to take you guys out so we can discuss this, which I honestly don't think that was her place either way.
I mean, it wasn't, if you say it wasn't her place, but yeah, we praised Jada Pinkett for doing the same thing.
No, I'm saying I don't think it was her place to even comment on anything, because my thing is, you're not mad at me. You're really mad at your baby father. You're not mad at me. And I feel like
you're saying you think it was wrong for the girl to come at Summer Walker.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Okay.
And I think it was wrong for Summer Walker to also come at them too. Because at the end of the day, this is my thing. You don't know what they got going on. And it seems like from the story that we have, and by we I mean the audience who has watched this whole, I don't even know, this just parade of dysfunction unfold on social media. It seems like London may be a liar and a narcissist. I don't know. But in the midst of that, they also found out that not only does London have 2 baby mothers besides Summer, he has another baby mother. So he has 4 baby mothers all in total. And they were all warning Summer, like, you think he's going to be different when you guys have your baby. And he's not. Because now, she's singing a different tune now. She's saying she's a single mother. And all this, and they actually got in a fight also on social media. He was basically like, I hate when people forget that I'm the one who put them on, and it's okay when the drought runs out, they'll see who needs you. And Summer Walker commented and was like, why would you want the drought to run out on the mother of your child? Like, how am I going to take care of your child?
Right.
This quote unquote drought runs out. And I don't really want to say that London gave her the platform, because he didn't. That would be unfair, and that would be totally just discrediting Summer Walker for all the work that she put into her first project, which I think is way better than the album that she had with London. But
can I ask you a question now?
Absolutely.
Does this just all seem so ridiculous to you, or is it just me?
Okay. I was thinking the same thing. And let me say why I think it's ridiculous, because I think this is like the stuff we used to go through in high school. You mean it's actually playing out on social? I mean, I can't believe people are really doing this type of stuff.
Who actually are charged with taking care of little people.
It's very scary that these are actually mothers and parents. This is scary, and the fact that it's being reported in blogs. I mean, these people should actually be ashamed of themselves. And who's ever reporting it, and who's ever egging this on, and whoever hyping it up on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and oh yeah, you right, man. Yeah, you go in, you go. I mean, I'm sorry.
What do y'all get out of what? Okay, so
what's the thrill?
What does your generation get out of blasting everything, or plastering, which is Michelle's favorite word that I use? Right. Plastering everything on social media, like about your personal life and what you're struggling with you and your significant other, right? Even if they are famous.
A stupid stinking slut. This is how it reads. She called her a stupid stinking slut. We did that in high school. How old are these people? Stacey, how old are these people? Because I don't know.
Zaire, I don't know them. So.
Well, Summer actually just turned 25, which is, and London threw her a beautiful 25th birthday, because after their birthdays are very close in days. So it's Summer's birthday. No, it's London's birthday, then it's Summer's birthday, and then I think it's the baby's birthday, or somewhere in between those two. But she just turned 25. I'm not too sure how old London is, but I'm pretty sure he's in his 20s.
I don't think that I don't think that that's socially mature enough, either one, to handle. I mean, because when we were younger, there were 23, 24, 25-year-olds that were married and had kids.
Right.
Yes. But we didn't have social media. So maybe it's not that you can't handle it. And when I say you, I mean your entire generation. It's not that you all can't handle the milestones in life, maybe. I think y'all can't handle social media.
That's exactly what I think it is.
You know what I mean?
They're going to look back at this a few years from now. Your kids are going to be teenagers, and they're going to be like, I
Yeah.
can't believe my mom and dad did all of this online in public. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
this is
not,
crazy to
it's
me.
horrible. I mean, and we think that all we had to worry about, I remember me, all I could talk about is me.
Right.
I just didn't want my mom driving up to my school and pulling up in her Nissan Sentra.
I
You know,
mean, right. That's what I'm saying. At
that was
25 years
that's
old,
the only thing that I had to worry about is I
right,
did not like my mom's car, you know.
right.
And these kids have all of this
Baby
documentation.
mamas and all of this
Yeah,
kind of
this is
stuff.
horrible.
They doing too much. They're moving too fast. They're thinking that they're living adult lives, but you're not ready for that. And like I said, my critical concern is that you have children in the middle of this. These kids, God help them. God
So
help
what are
them.
y'all thinking? I'm sorry, I don't want to take over the conversation.
Right, because
What are y'all
I'm
thinking?
done.
I would like to hear your perspective, and I'm going to push mute so that I
And
can
I'm going to
listen.
push mute too, because I already said what I had to say. 25 years old with all this baby mama drama online and all of this stuff is dangerous. It's silly. It's not a good look for our community. It's not a good look for an up and coming mother, a relationship. I don't have anything to say about this kind of stuff. To me, I don't even these type of stories don't even catch my eye because I already know it's some silly drama that doesn't make any sense. You guys need to be working things out in a counselor's office, working it out and taking care of your kids. You're too young. You don't understand even how to handle these type of relationships. And I'm out. I'm muting. You go, Zaire.
I think that one thing that I can say is that while all of this riffraff is going on between these ladies, London hasn't said anything, and I think that that's the bad part. So
I'm
when
gonna unmute for that.
when his baby mothers are coming for summer and saying, London told me that you stink, and London told me this, and London told me that, it's like, girl, is your man going to step in and tell him, hey, like, you should probably leave my girl alone? And I want it to be public, because the way that these women are coming for summer, I need you to have that same energy, because he could come for summer and he could come for those women in any type of way on social media. But when it comes for you being in defense of whoever, why aren't you there? You're just sitting here letting these three women sit here and argue about your character.
Okay, let me
Why
just.
do you think that? Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had to unmute too. Just really quickly though, do you really think that these men, you're asking these type of men to be actual men of honor that has had relations with several women and who knows how many others? He was not honorable enough to respect his body and their body, to not have children out there with women he did not plan to really be with, to really honor and respect.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying you're asking for him to do something honorable now. He didn't have any honor when he chose to do. I'm saying you got to have the proper expectations for the guy that you're talking about. When we're talking about these men and all of these different, the baby and the this and the Lil Waynes, I mean, look at what they do.
Well, I think that you can, when you get to know someone, when you're in a real relationship and you're getting to know someone and you're not putting as the old people used to say, is it the horse before the carriage? I mean, the carriage before the horse, however they used to say it, or cart before the horse, whatever. And so they're not getting to know each other and really, understanding people's track records, because I would think that if you're with someone that is already going through baby mama drama, then what makes you think that if you put yourself in the same situation, that at some point you're not going to become them?
He's not going to be honorable. Thank you.
Right. Like, his track record has already shown what he's capable of. And I think that as women, we kind of delusion ourselves or disillusion ourselves, you know what I mean?
Right.
And we see what we want to see instead of seeing what's in front of us. And men don't do that. Men see
Right.
what's in front of them. You know what I mean?
He's already shown who he was. So
Right.
if you're expecting him to come back and defend, he might. I know dudes from the hood that had plenty of baby mamas. They was telling one baby mama one thing, laying up with one, then going with the, and everybody think because these people have money, because they're on, you know,
Right.
on the
This
block,
is some hood
it's
stuff.
the same thing. It's the same hood crap. It's just on a big stage. This is ghetto stuff. And this is the same stuff. It does not matter. So he's not going to come out and stand for her because he's probably still sleeping with one of them, or maybe still telling one thing.
Or both of them.
And they turn all the women end up turning in on each other when they need to be working together to get his ass. You know what I mean?
Listen, men pit women against each other all the time. I need you to pay attention.
They do that. That's their game, man. Because that's how
attention. And I'm not saying all men are like that, but please understand that
this pattern of man.
Yes, they do that. But go ahead.
Let's not getting jerked around, you know. So, and I mean, I'm not talking like I'm all that, because I could spot this type of dude at 25, 20 years old. I knew this type of dude a mile away. He was easy to spot, but some women can't spot him. I knew this dude at the club and everything. Nah, bruh. Peace out. No.
But go ahead. He's a liar too.
Right. You're elaborate. You're a scrub.
Elaborate, please.
It just seems like he's everything. And I pray that these women find some type of peace when it comes to their children, because, honey. But it's funny that you said that, Michelle, that and when you look at men in their previous situations with women, that they think that it doesn't happen to you. Was it you who said that? Was it Stacey?
Well, I mean, we're both kind of agreeing.
We both kind of,
because we've been in those environments. I like I said, I just think I can spot that kind of dude a mile away. Yeah.
It's funny that you say that, because moving on to my next story, when it comes to Lil Uzi and Brittany Bird, this story is a little, I don't know. I like City Girls and I like JT, but I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. So Lil Uzi.
What happened?
Lil Uzi, I don't know if you guys know him, but he's a rapper.
What does he sing, or what does he rap?
Did you hear that song when he was like, I don't really care if you
He said what?
She's our translator. She's our translator. She's our millennial translator. We don't know what the hell going on. Who are these people?
Well, how does the song go?
It's like, I don't really care if you die. I don't.
Okay. Oh, that's that song. Yeah, that's a real sad song. I don't like that.
It said, I don't really care if you die.
Yeah, I don't let my kids listen to that. It's just so morbid. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I know who he is now.
I don't really care if you die. Is that what the world has come to? Go ahead. As I hear, I'm going to mute. I'm going to be quiet, because I'm telling you, this stuff crazy. They got to me. I'm muting. Go for it, chick. Tell us what's up with this knucklehead.
So Uzi and his longtime girlfriend Brittany Bird, they did break up within this year, as blogs reported that Uzi and one half member of City Girls, JT, were allegedly dating. It's true, they are dating. They are a couple. But here's my thing. A lot of people didn't really see the correlation of how this couple can relate, or how they are I don't even know. They seem like complete polar opposites. But now I could see why. Because I think JT has this thing for bad boys or whatever. When you look at Lil Uzi and you look at the way he is, he's like a fashion guy. Like, he's the type of guy that'll wear like a dress and don't care. Like, he'll wear Chanel purses. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the same type of dude who had a jewel literally medically placed in the middle of his forehead. Like, he's a weird dude.
I just realized, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry, I just came off mute because I forgot. I just saw that he's the guy that put the thing in the middle of his head.
And I remember infected, right? Did it get infected?
I have no idea what happened. but it's not in there anymore.
Right. You think? Let me mute because I'm telling you, this shit is serious. This is really silly to me. Because you said, look, Zaire, let me tell you something, baby. I need you to really explain to me. You said they don't look like they would be a good match. She looked weird as shit too. So somebody explain this to me. How are they not a good couple? What am I missing here?
That's Brittany. That's his ex. That ain't JT.
Oh, okay. Oh, we need a picture of her then. What she look like? Does she look normal?
JT
She does.
She's so pretty.
What's her name? I'm gonna look her up real quick.
is.
What's her name, y'all? JT what?
Is it Carisha? Or Carisha is the other girl?
I just want to see her face. If she's anything different from this weirdo on the screen, then baby.
It's JT from the City Girls.
She's the cutest melanated goddess if you've ever seen one.
Okay, cool. JT, you said JT from the City Girls?
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm looking her up. City Girls.
So what were the allegations that she made against him?
Oh, so cute.
So pretty, isn't she? So
chocolate and big, beautiful full lips, and a nice, beautiful ethnic nose. Oh, he tripping.
Mm.
Oh, she's
so who
cute.
is he with now? I don't know who he's with now. Is he with JT?
Yes, him and JT are together, and they've been together for some while now.
And so Brittany is saying that he did what? So
Brittany and JT go back and forth all the time. Like they
over this dude that we see on the screen.
That's JT's man, and she's beside him. She's sitting beside him now.
I gotta mute y'all because I am. You didn't know. I'm confused and shit too. Okay, so who is this on the screen right now?
Okay, so
I just can't believe that they're fighting over him. That I would, if I see, like, in my world, and I kind of think it's a little bit more reality based than this at this point.
Stop, girl.
But in my world, if I'm gonna be, which I wouldn't fight over, as we say in the South, not nan Negro. I wouldn't fight over not nan Negro. But if I did, when you put him on the screen, he gonna make everybody's heart be like, I know why they fighting. I know why she ain't fighting for that one. You're not gonna, ain't nobody gonna look and be like, what the heck is going on? Nah, I'm muting.
Me too, because I'm about to die over here. I am crying, laughing. All right, I'm out. Finish up, Zaire. I'm done.
But Uzi and Brittany were together for a very long time. Like, I'm talking years. And they broke up, and he went on to date JT. And she had put out some text messages, I believe at the beginning of this year, saying like, why is he still texting me? If he's with you, he's so happy. Like, why is he still texting me? Just being messy. And JT came for him and was just like, came for her. And, was just like, girl, those texts is old, all this nonsense. And they stay going back and forth. It was another instance where Brittany had went on Instagram and was basically saying like, this man is, abusive, and I'm going to pray for you because he's very abusive. Like, not once has he said anything to defend you or anything, like, which is true. It's always JT always coming for.
So he never picks up his little cell phone that I know he, the record label gave him or whoever, gave him, and called Brittany and said whatever he needs to say. It has to go on social media so that we all see this.
Absolutely.
Is it not true if we don't all see it? Did it not happen?
Right.
I mean, it's kind of like, okay, if the tree falls in the forest and nobody's around, doesn't make a sound, but who cares? Like, people, Nene and Nod them and Tamika them and Nod them, they going through the same thing down the street. This has absolutely, this is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous that this has a platform in our community right now.
You're playing your relationship out on social media. Well, I was just reading a story where some dude replied that these are people with money, rappers. You were the worst thing that telling the girl that she was the worst thing that ever happened. It was Cardi B. Who was it that she just broke up with, or just
Cardi B? She didn't break up with
no?
anybody.
Was it not Cardi B? Not Cardi B. Who was the other?
Saweetie.
Not was it
Oh,
Saweetie?
Saweetie.
Well, he told her it was the worst thing that ever happened to me, getting with you, or some. I mean, why y'all, girl? Now, first of all, there's a video of you dragging her through an elevator, beating the hell out of her.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk
Stacey,
about.
I just can't with all this crazy. I don't understand.
No, it is crazy, but let's talk about the fact that the role in the Black community for men, as I see, and we're going to, kind of broaden out past our own homes, but in the community, I still see that the male or the man, the Black man, is supposed to protect the queen, the Black queens of the community.
Right. Why are you
And
dragging
that's not just your queen. That's
all
right.
your daughter queens. Your everything you do represents the queen, the daughters that you have, the exes, the baby mamas, the ex-baby mama. How can you be out here when you talk about like that about one Black woman? You're basically saying that about all Black women, because eventually,
I feel real funny about Black men who call Black women the B word.
Exactly.
I look at men way differently now. There are times where I've heard it said, and I was like, "Yup, that's exactly what needed to be said."
Right.
But those times it's probably been one time ever where I've heard a man say that, and rightfully so. Like I could co-sign on it.
Right.
But anytime I've heard a man say that, besides that one time, it's been like, ew, you would actually say that, because it didn't warrant whatever the situation was. It didn't warrant that type of, it was overkill.
And the fact that they're doing it on social media, they're doing it on social media. Do they know how that makes them look to other communities? There is no badge of honor for Black men that are on social media disrespecting the women that they've laid up with, slept with, beat, dragged, had babies. I mean, that doesn't make you look good. I don't know where they think that is a badge of honor. Other communities are looking at us as an unprotected group of women when our men can go on social media after they've had a 2-3 year relationship with us and talk about us like we're not anything, and we have their babies. When I'm talking about these celebrities, I mean, I'm sure it happens on all levels, even with these immature. I can't. I'm sorry.
It makes Black women look bad too. And I think I was telling Michelle, I was in a store yesterday, and the cashier was talking. I don't know what he was talking about to the person before me, but as I walked up, he was just kind of saying, like Black women. He generalized Black women and said Black women. And he was African. I don't know. He was of African descent. I don't know what country in Africa he was, from.
Right.
But he was saying, Black women love their thugs. They love to have, men with their pants sagging. And I was like, don't generalize, because not all Black women are like that. But this is the stereotype that's being put out by just like we're seeing these stories. Other countries are seeing these stories about us too, and they're thinking that this is what Black women and Black men are like in America. So these types of stories, actually, they have such a far and wide reach and impact on how we're viewed and how we're treated by other communities. And until we can stop putting this type of narrative out there, we're not going to be able to change that. We have to be the gatekeepers to our own communities and letting this kind of crap is not helping at all. I don't care what generation it is. It's not helping.
This is embarrassing, and
it is extremely embarrassing.
This is really embarrassing and disgusting. And to me, the fact that they're even letting this stuff play out on social media, they love it. I'm telling you, they pump this kind of stuff up in the algorithm. They pump this in the algorithm. They want more people to see these types of stories so that it makes us look even sillier and more ignorant. I'm telling you.
Sad. Go ahead, Zai. I'm pushing you.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't even get to the best part of the story. So, Britney was seen actually with another artist and they were having they were having dinner or lunch at a restaurant. The artist's name was St. John, and they were at West Hollywood's Cafe Dialogue. Now Uzi found out where they were, and
Probably because she posted it on social media.
probably
Thank you. It wasn't by accident. Somebody, some PR person, baby. These things don't happen by accident. You don't just find out. It's out there already. She checked in somewhere. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right, she probably did, because the paparazzi did find them. And he found out where they were. He came in there making a big scene, punching Britney in the face, and ultimately shoving a gun in her stomach. He left the scene, and last we heard, Britney was pressing charges and had to go to the hospital. Here's the thing. So this happened before July 4th, and Michael Rubin had a all-white party on July 4th with a lot of celebrities. JT was there. I believe Beyonce and Jay-Z were there. James Harden was there. Meek Mill, just to name the few. And JT was there with her man, dancing, carrying on, cheering him on as he is breakdancing in this room of celebrities. And my thing is, we love to say protect Black women. I cannot be with this Black man who doesn't protect Black women. And I also don't understand why you would even want to be with a man who's capable of doing that with somebody, doing that to somebody with someone he was once intimate with, someone who's once in that situation where you are.
Okay, so thanks for Zaire. Thanks for redeeming the Gen Z and millennial generation with that statement for me, because I just want to know if you guys see how ridiculous and silly that this is. Abuse happens in every generation, every level, every whatever. So I don't care if you're why are you so obsessed with a woman you're no longer with? And you go in there and physically attack her, and then you're showing up at a party.
That is so B-made. It's ridiculous.
I'm talking about for real.
You know what I mean?
You know, these were women-raised men. Zaire, I'm telling y'all, this is very dangerous for the future. You know what I mean? This type of behavior.
I'm getting ready to jump on the bandwagon with Stevie Wonder and Oprah talking about the migration, of African Americans back over to Africa, to Ghana. I'm getting ready to join that movement because this is getting out of hand.
Ridiculous. I don't want my kids being raised up and thinking that this is normal. And if my son came home looking like that, Stacey, I just don't. I don't know what I would do. Something is wrong. And I just hope people recognize that this is not normal. I don't see any other cultures doing this. You know what I mean? If they are, it's not on social media.
Not outside of tribal rituals or something, something to that effect.
Right.
But just to have to, it's just very weird to me.
I don't see anybody else doing this. I don't see any other cultures.
I'm sure there are a lot of people in, cultures, right? Okay.
Right. I just don't, like I said, I see us out here, and I see they're pushing us and the stories. Like I say, I don't know who Lil Uzi. If I read this thing and in my newsfeed, I would have scrolled right past it because it's not for me. But Zaire's generation obviously easily recognizes these names. And I guess that's what they're supposed to do. This is their music. This is their generation. These are their people. But do you still understand the toxicity of what's going on here? Why is there so much violence? Where are the beautiful white weddings? And nobody ain't showing nothing. Beautiful families and happy. Where's that at? You a rapper? You can't be happy. You can't be happy with one woman and have a family and beautiful family pictures. I don't care if you are tatted up all over the place. Why is all violence and ugliness? And I'm sorry. I'm muting.
Yeah, he's already displayed some form of verbal abuse towards JT and also her counterpart Carisha on Instagram Live. So I don't know. I hope one day she wakes up, but clearly it ain't gonna be no time soon because July 4th was just 3 days ago and she was clearly with him. But yeah, So I don't know. I don't know. Me and Stacey was having a conversation earlier about these men, and I don't know. These can't be the men that Destiny's Child was telling us to cater to. It can't be. No, it can't.
Wait, Destiny's Child told us to what now?
You know the Destiny's Child
You
song,
know the
Cater
song.
to You.
Somebody sing it. Y'all sing it because they got a lot of songs. Which song? Sing it.
Cater to you.
Oh. No, they definitely want to talk about this dude. Man, come on. No, not this dude. Let me tell you, I will cater to a dude when they talk about all this submissive, respectful, cooperative. There's a certain type of dude that can get that from me. But that's the dude that's a man that's holding things down, that's not out here acting like a woman, catching an attitude, getting aggressive unnecessarily. You get aggressive with other men to protect your family like an animal does. You don't get aggressive with your woman. You don't get unnecessarily aggressive for no reason because you're stressed out because you can't pay your bills or you're not getting enough clout. You're not getting enough, likes on social media. That's not a man to me. So if that's what manhood is now, where your manhood is determined by the amount of followers and clout and all this stuff you're getting, then that's not manhood. So no.
Yeah, this whole, and I think, Shell, you and I were talking about this whole virtual life. Like it almost seems like people are not just our kids are being programmed for this virtual world, but it's almost like we're more comfortable living virtually. We're more comfortable with being able to create our image, and that's something that when someone comes into interaction with you every day, they know you. You know what I mean? They get to know the real you. In virtual world, you can kind of create whoever you want to be. And so people, I think, are losing their identities with this whole virtual environment that we live in. Yeah. And I think we were talking about, the kids playing Roblox, and how they were,
buying houses
they're buying all this stuff and they're like, can you give me $20 for what? So that so I can buy my house or my car, my boat. Like I have all this stuff. Okay. So you want me to exchange my real money for your fake money or for your fake items. The moment that you tell me, Mommy, let's go to my real boat is the moment I'm gonna give you $20 to exchange for, fake money. Like, no, we're not. So this virtual thing that they're creating, like these kids, and I say kids, but the younger, spectrum generation Z, like millennials, you guys, I don't know, you just seem caught up in this whole virtual world and likes and comments and all. Who cares? It's not real.
It's not real. It's not real. So what's the next story? Because I'm telling you, I think with every story, I'm going to get even more triggered because I don't understand what's next.
So this one is actually a turn in a different direction. So we're talking about, with all the stories that I just discussed, we were talking about how Black men never or as of lately are just not standing up for Black women, or not protecting them, and also are contributing in the downfall of Black women.
Okay.
But with this story, it's kind of like, I feel like Black women also have to somehow defend Black men.
Yes.
Also. So we're going to be talking about,
yes,
we're going to be talking about messy Carly Red, honey. Now y'all know she messy. She is messy.
Of course. Always has been, always will be.
Yeah, but
clout chasing.
She too old for all that.
I mean, for real.
Crazy tales.
Let it go. But she is actually good on Saints and Sinners. She actually has some acting chops. I'm going to hope that.
Didn't do that.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe
she was real thirsty on what was
Love
the show?
and Hip Hop.
Yeah, she's a little thirsty acting to me.
She still is. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, go ahead, girl.
Go ahead, girl. Give us the
So, it was reported earlier that well, not reported, but it was dating rumors going around that Lamar Odom and Carly Red might be a thing after they showed up at their co-star Yandy Smith's birthday party. He was on Hot 97 and they asked him about it. They were like, so what's going on with you and Carly Red? And he was like, we're just friends. we're really good friends and we're just getting to know each other. And he also was
Oh,
on
did he
Wendy
hire
Williams.
her for them?
That's
I
a
mean,
very great question. That's
it's a valid question, but I'm muting.
But he was also on Wendy Williams, and Wendy Williams do not hold no punches back. She straight up asked Lamar if they are sleeping together, and he said, "No, I'm very much single." But see, here's the thing: we know Lamar Odom, and we know that he has had a problem with substance abuse in the past. That was very much seen and exploited, unfortunately, for him and for the Kardashian family, for the world.
Right.
When he
But
was
Wendy didn't have to call Carly Red too old and too dusty for Lamar. She didn't have to do that. And they're probably the same age, number one. but Carly Red looks way better. And so for her to attack Carly Red, it's like, why?
I mean, I don't think she meant it like that. I could just be taking it from a different standpoint, but I definitely think that she means that Lamar Odom should probably be with somebody who is not as messy as Carly Red. Because let's not forget, honey, it seems like every man that Carly gets, or to me, it seems like it's always ends in catastrophe. It was her, Young Jock, that ended in catastrophe. It was her and Life Jennings when he thought he wanted to marry her, said he didn't want to marry her, got her the ring, proposed, but didn't propose. And then she passed out, but then got mad because he didn't give her the ring. I don't know. And
I
now,
got a question. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm putting my hand up and my finger up. When you walk out the Baptist church,
yes.
you don't want to interrupt I'm literally putting my finger up, like, teacher. I got a question. What kind of woman does Lamar deserve? I mean,
Thank you.
I'm just saying, because we're saying that he doesn't deserve a Carly Red, but he's been around the block a few times. He was drugged out in some, brothel or something when he was a married guy. And then he was married to a Kardashian. Like, he thinks that that's like the creme de la creme. He is so wrong. And so it's ridiculous. So he has had, issues taking care of his own kids. I think his ex-wife or his children's mother, ex-wife, was on Basketball Wives last season, talking about him not taking care of the kids or not spending time with the kids. And he is a rehabilitated, crackhead, cokehead, whatever he did. I don't know his drugs of choice, but when you say that, well, when she says he deserves, well, hell, Carly Red is actually okay for all of that.
I mean, for
what
real.
kind of woman accepts all of that? Just let me know. I don't know. Go ahead.
In that same breath, I will say that both of them deserve better. And
better? Okay.
Absolutely, because I definitely think that if he is, well, let's just get into what she said. She said it wouldn't have worked. It would have never worked because he needs rehab, not a relationship or a situationship. And I definitely believe that she deserves better as well. You deserve to be with somebody who has fixed themselves up enough to be able to give you the best part of themselves when it comes to putting themselves in a relationship. And I definitely believe that he deserves that as well. But if in that same breath, even if they weren't together, because we don't know if they were together or not, he called that woman his friend. You putting my business out there, that's not a friend.
No. And I think he tweeted out, or he had a response at least, that said, he does need to rehab. He needs to rehab from his attraction to toxic, bitter, unhealthy relationships with women who need therapy more than they need me. So, I'm just saying, he's the one that keeps choosing the same woman over and over again, maybe. But he is the one that keeps getting chosen. But here's the thing: I could have rolled for him. Carly Red, I get her. I see how she moves. But until he came up, and let me make sure I get this verbatim. I don't wear glasses, so I don't have to school flip. Let me see. He said, now, and these are quotes, or this is a quote. Now, I'm not going to go low like you're doing, take jabs, tell lies, because at the end of the day, I was married to a Kardashian. So anything less than that is like going from sugar to, you
Oh
know
my
what?
gosh.
Sugar,
Are you
honey, iced
serious?
tea. Are you, see, he lost me with that sentence.
He
He
blew it with that
lost it.
too.
He blew it with that one.
He blew it.
He blew it with that one. So at this point, I say, all right, Lamar, whoever you get, baby, have fun.
That's what I'm saying. Because I mean, look at every dude that's been with a Kardashian. What you know what I'm saying? What is life like for them right now? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Let me tell you
So
something.
anybody except for the Kardashians will represent lower class of woman to you.
So what? Yeah. So what you're trying to say? You know, these are white females. These are white women, and you
Who
blew
have
all your
really
money.
I'm watching this show on HBO called Run the World. It's
Yeah.
a black Sex in the City, a younger, millennial
Okay.
type vibe, Sex in the City type vibe. Amazing show.
Right.
Brisha Webb, shout out to Brisha Webb,
Right.
on her engagement because she's got engaged. But I loved her on like some show from a long time ago.
Right.
But they're kind of, talking about, oh dang, I forgot where I was going with that.
Well, let me jump in real quick then, if you don't know, because what I'm hearing is that a lot of these women and these women of no color, they are bred to drain these black men of their resources and their money. This is not some, oh, I love you and then I'm done with you. There's a strategic game out there. And I'm not saying it was Kardashians. I'm just saying that there's some women of no color that are trained to get with these black athletes to drain them of their resources so that, yeah, you'll think you've been with some hierarchy of woman, and then you start to look at women of color as less than. I'm going to say that, and then I'm done. I'm muting. Who got something to say?
I don't know.
North got something to say.
I think y'all finna hate me, but I don't know if I disagree with his statement about the Kardashian. I think he might have worded it wrong, and I think what he means is like, you can say what you want about the Kardashians, and I'm not defending them when it comes to their representation or exploitation of black men, like they're going out of style. But what I will say is that they know how to get to that bag. You know what I'm saying?
That's where I was going with that. I'm glad you said that. Thank you. Hold on. Hold on. You're right. What they were talking about on the show was from a psychology view of effing up. And when we say effing up, like we think messing up. No, when they're saying effing up, they mean like really effing somebody who can take you to another stratosphere as far as your social class. And so that's what the Kardashians did for him. That's the only thing that they may have done for him was to up his brand or to increase his visibility. But other than that, what was the benefit for him?
I mean, of course, there clearly was no benefit. The only man that I see that is benefit, well, the only two black men that I see benefiting from being with a Kardashian, well, Kanye was.
He already had his own thing. Thank you. He didn't need them.
But Tyga did too. Tyga was going through a little bit of a drought, honey.
Okay.
And then he became rebranded. Tyga.
Dang, so is that what it is? You got to get with one of these chicks.
Exactly.
To really
you have to F up. You have to get F up.
Are you serious?
To another stratosphere or to someone who can get you to like it's and so now you have that's what men think about. Wow. That's all you care about is trying to
F up to get to the next $1 million contract. Oh, I was with a Kardashian, so now I'm in the blogs. I'm on Instagram. So now I can get that $1 million contract. You know what, y'all? I can't.
Yeah, but let's also not make it seem like women don't do that either. Let's not make it seem like women don't have these kids by famous people knowing how many kids Future got exactly.
Yeah, but how many of them are black women? And how many are black
all
women?
All of them, aren't they?
All of them.
Not all of them.
No.
Y'all check the record. Not all of them. He has left several non-black women of no color and black women. And what do they have to show for it? How did they get him up where he is? Who has he been with that has elevated his brand?
Sierra.
Lori Harvey.
Okay. but Lori Harvey was smart enough not to have no child with him. You know what I'm saying? And he's still hating on the fact that now she done moved on to Michael B. Jordan. Y'all, I'm telling you, I'm sorry. I'm done. I can't talk about this subject no more.
Yeah, I don't think that the Kardashians are necessarily sugar, but okay.
I'm not saying they're sugar. I am not a fan of them like that, but I definitely think that he means like he wants to be with the woman who knows how to.
He had the chance. Why? I mean, how did he mess that up though? That's what I'm saying. He had that chance. So where did he go wrong?
And
if
he was right.
Drugs and sex.
Right. So you can't go back and say, oh, I was with a Kardashian. You can't get back with him now. You broke. There's allegations of being back on drugs. You don't have anything. So why you throwing this up in this chick face? Carly Red is about the best you can do right now, bro. You want to elevate your brand. That's what you need. You need a Carly Red right now. Because that's about the best you can do right now. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because I don't know what happened with the ex. I think, Zaire, we were talking about the ex, Sabrina Parr. Is her name Sabrina Parr?
It is.
I thought that she, like, I saw her on Behind Every Man, I think it was. And it was a documentary or kind of a docuseries, but they showed her life. And she had been through a lot. Like, she had really gone through some things, you know, to make it where she got. And so for her meeting him, I think she was his trainer or something, and meeting him was just kind of by happenstance, and they kind of fell in love and all that. So what happened there? Because it seemed real.
It did seem real, but you know, it was a lot of chaos. Lamar Odom's daughter, Destiny, claimed that Sabrina was actually abusive to Lamar and punched him in the mouth.
How old are they?
Too old to be putting their hands on each other. This is not Jody and you're not Yvette. So, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't know. But, you know, they had posted a picture on Instagram for Valentine's Day, and the daughter actually commented and was like, was this before or after she punched you in the mouth? So, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I just wish that we have more respect for each other, even if we don't like each other. Like, even if, when I say we, I mean the Black community, and I mean men and women, Black men, Black women. I wish we respected each other, those that we know, those that we don't know. I really wish that we could walk out and feel protected by our Black men. Now, while I say that, I also understand Black women, some of y'all do too, some of us, I'm going to say us because I'm a Black woman, we do too much. Calm the heck down, please, and thank you. So, I mean, we just need to, I don't know, there needs to be protection on both sides. On both sides. Carly Red should not have said what she had to say out loud, you know, in social media. If she had something to say to her friend, she should have contacted her friend. She knew this was going to go viral.
Exactly.
Right.
And so that's what I'm saying. Clout chasing, all this clout chasing, attention chasing stuff. It's just sickening and disgusting. And maybe that's their life. Maybe that's the world they live in. And I mean, like I said, I'm personally disgusted with it. And I'm ready to get to this last topic of the night because from what I'm seeing, we looking like some real fools out here. You know what I mean? It's like this Wind Down Wednesday, but I'm turned up. I'm like triggered. I'm triggered.
That was hilarious.
Chilling. I thought we supposed to be like chilling on Wind Down Wednesday. These are stories that's got me. This is a topic for like another day where we can really like get crunk on it. Cause I'm like, y'all tripping, man. These dudes, the women tripping, the dudes tripping. What's going on in our community? This is supposed to be like fun stuff. And these folks out here tripping.
Let me put on some music, some Gideon, is his name, or something, Gideon,
I mean, or something.
Let me put on some Gideon and kind of calm the mood down.
I mean, and this episode is brought to you by Rep Your City GA for your cool, funky tees. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we got one last little quick topic we're gonna touch, right? Is that right, ladies?
Yes, Zaire. Take us into our last topic. Miss Tabitha Brown versus
which is going to trigger me too. I'm sorry, it's gonna trigger me too. So just be
But
prepared.
gonna
I'm
push
gonna make
mute.
my. I'm make.
Look, gonna push
I'm a,
mute
no.
and let our
I'm a,
little Gen
what, can
Z.
I push mute? Can I push mute after I make my statement about this? And then I
Okay,
won't
but
say nothing else. Y'all can go in. Y'all can go in.
Zaire, can you introduce the topic for
Go
us? What's
for it,
going
Zaire.
on?
Go for it.
See, okay. All right. Now, see, here's the thing. You guys. Okay, let's just talk about who Tabitha Brown is before I
Please.
give my little input.
Okay.
So, Tabitha Brown is an influencer, and she caught the eye of many of us on Instagram when she started doing her vegan meals, which she makes a lot of good vegan meals. She almost turned me, y'all. She almost converted me now.
Oh,
But,
almost.
yes, girl, her vegan bacon. But anyway,
Did you try it?
I didn't. It's carrots and
Oh, okay, never mind. I get it.
but
Team too much.
Okay, carrots. Nah, bro.
Tabitha was clapping back at Wendy, messy Wendy, honey, in that purple chair now. Almost you're messy. But here's the thing. I'm not mad at Wendy, but we'll get into that. But basically what happened was Tabitha Brown shared some exciting news that she and her family had come into a lot of money. So her husband, who was an officer for LAPD for 15 years, she was like, honey, you don't got to work there no more. And the reason why was because when they were struggling together, he got that job for them. And she told him within those 5 years, I'm going to get us out of this. You only have to work this job for 5 years. And he did what a husband is supposed to do and provide for the family. Unfortunately, the 5 years turned into 15. But when she got on, she said, baby, you don't need to do this no more. You don't need to do this anymore. Child.
Let me say this. Because I did see them before you say something, Michelle, because I know you're ready to go in.
Girl.
But let me just give a little bit more background just from watching their story unfold on Black Love, because they were on Black Love this season. And so having a chance to really hear them talk about the tumultuous times that they had in their relationship was like, wow, like he stood beside her. Not only did he join the LAPD, they didn't live when they were first married and all that, they didn't live in LA. I think they lived in like DC or Chicago or something on the east side. And so what they did was he moved out there with her for her to pursue her dreams. Like when she moved first and then he moved after her. And she was like, when he moved, I didn't have nothing. Like I was in like this messed up raggedy apartment and, so he came out here. He then, as she worked on her dream, as in, that's what I'm saying, what she said. She's like, as she worked on her dream, he went on and got the job, at the LAPD and supported her. And that was what she told him, when I get on, because I think she always knew you can see the light, just illuminating from her or radiating from her, from her inside. She's just a beautiful person. So she said, you stuck by me. You moved across the country for me to pursue my dreams. She crazy not to take that man out of that LAPD and give him whatever the hell he wants, because he stood by her and beside her, in front of her, whatever, that he did what he needed to do to make sure that she got to where she got to. You can't hate on that, and Miss Wendy did. And so can you tell us what happened when Miss Wendy tried to hate?
I will, but I also want to piggyback off of what you said and just give a quote from what Tabitha did say. She said, I did every year with him in the LAPD, and he did every year with me with rejection and no's in this entertainment industry. However, God has blessed me, and I've been praying on this for a very long time, and now time has come to pass. That's the power of God, and that's the power of allowing God to be first in your marriage. That's how I remain successful. We kept him first. He's the first in our marriage, not money, not business, not success, but God. And, you know,
It's
Wendy.
so enlightening and it's so refreshing
Yes.
to hear your generation say that.
And to know that,
To understand the importance of
right,
that.
whether you believe it or not, we're not
Because I
trying to
believe
push.
it.
Yeah, and we're not pushing anybody views because and I just want to interject, y'all. I'm sorry, I just got to get mine in, and then I'm gonna mute. I promise you, I have no other comments after I say this, and it's gonna be short and sweet. Because the thing is, if that woman, you know, she didn't come into money, she worked. You know what I'm saying? They struggled.
They earned it together.
They earned it. That's what I'm saying. So she didn't. This wasn't no lottery. She earned it. She has followers. She is doing. She worked for this. And the last thing I'm going to say about
every
this,
step of the way.
That's what I'm saying, and not for no money grab either.
Correct.
Because he didn't know what it was going to manifest. When you're talking about faith in God, you don't see the manifestation until you have the faith. There's no manifestation. You just believe and believe and believing. And the one final thing I want to say about this is after, you know, because like I said, people were inboxing me and girl, ooh, and there's all kind of memes out there about what happened and stuff. And I was like, wow, I really didn't know what was going on. I don't follow this stuff like that. But Stacey, when I talked to you, was like, girl, well, go watch the videos, 5 minutes, no big deal. I loved her response. But then I went to go see what Wendy Williams said. And the one thing that struck me that I had a problem with, and I'm like, when Wendy Williams brought the story up on her show, she said, I don't know Tabitha Brown. I just know that she's an influencer. And then she went into this whole commentary about, well, why she shouldn't have done this for her husband, this, a man supposed to work this. So my whole thing, what struck me was Wendy Williams saying, I don't know this woman. So why are you on your national platform talking about a woman that you don't even know her story, but you're coming, you know, you've got a commentary about it where we got enough problems between Black men and Black women where people telling us that, nah, you make that man work, and nah, he's supposed to do this. Nah, I think sometimes there is a way where we can kind of get our things done, where we make compromises on different ends that are maybe not traditional. And that's all I want to say. I had a problem with Wendy Williams saying, I don't know this woman, meaning you hadn't even researched her history with her husband, her relationship. And with that, I'm going on mute because I'm done. I have nothing else to say about that.
I also agree. I think it's, for me, it's deeper than her just saying, I don't know Tabitha, because of course in the line of entertainment industry, that Wendy is in, it's clear for her to not know somebody and still have to talk about them, because she's working for other people. She's working for a generation who wants to know. The one thing that I did not like.
But Miss Tina follows her. If Miss Tina follows you, everybody knows you. And when I say Miss Tina, I'm talking about Miss Tina Lawson, Beyonce's mom. If Miss Tina follows you, everybody follows you. But go ahead.
But
Wendy knew who she was.
My thing is, even if you did not know who she was or did know who she is, it's okay to talk about her, but don't inflict your pain on her, because
that was good.
Don't inflict your pain.
That was good.
Thank you. It's okay to not know her, but don't inflict your pain, your hurt from your tumultuous marriage on this woman who is also happy in hers. Also,
which is what this is what married women face, and this is a real thing, because let me say, I don't mean to interrupt you, Zai. This is a thing that married women face, and I know I personally face in the workplace every day. There is a division between married women versus single women, or let me not just say all single women, because it's not all single, but bitter single women. That may be more of an direct or more, pronounced definition. But bitter single women versus married women, something that goes on every day. Go ahead. I'm pushing mute.
But Wendy actually went on to say, and she told the audience, I was married to one of those, I make money, and so on and so forth. Go live your dreams, open a business, go, go, go. See how that turned out. You see, and that's the pain that she's inflicting. See how that turned out. She then went to say, I predict that this marriage is going to be real rocky going to be on a real rocky ground in a moment. Live your dream. They may invest in your stuff and lose the money. They invest in something else and the money gets swindled or stolen. Then they invest again and he comes home and throws his bag down and she's like, what? He's like, I can't do this anymore. This is your fault. You're out here making your money and stuff and had me quit my job. And, a lot of people would get mad because I know I would get mad if somebody was inflicting their pain.
Wait, this is what Wendy Williams is saying about
Stacey. That's
Stacey.
That's what she had a whole narrative.
Confused. Yeah,
Stacey,
I was like, who does all that?
Stacey, she had a whole story as to how this thing was going to end. If you was my homegirl, Stacey, me and you been dogs for 20 years. And if I told you, Stacey, man, I done retired my husband. Now he's going to go live his dreams. And you told me, how you think that would make me feel if you told me what was going to happen? Who the hell would want a friend like Wendy Williams telling them? Yeah, she done played out their whole future. You should go back and watch the clip of what she said. I'm talking about she played the whole thing out of how it was going to play out. There was no positivity. There was no light at the end of the tunnel, girl. It's like, damn, what? Black folks can't do that? I know plenty of white women probably do that for their husbands. Man, come on, man. I'm mute. I'm done.
I know a lot of people, and including myself, if I was married, or even if somebody said that about the man that I don't even know. No, if I was married, because ain't no way I'm doing that for no man that I'm just with. But I would be upset and I would feel some type of way, especially from a Black woman. I get that you're in the entertainment business and I get that this is your job to talk about pop culture events and what's happening now, but don't inflict your pain, don't inflict your experiences on my happy life. But Tabitha, unlike a lot of women that I know who would have just been like,
most women,
she literally said, she said, she went on IGTV and she said, good morning to Wendy Williams. Keep God first. And this is my word and prayer for Wendy Williams.
I need you to say it country like she does. Because there's something about that country accent where she says, good morning, y'all. How y'all doing today? It's just something so beautiful.
Zaire is in New York. She can't do all that.
I know. But because she talks like my aunties. You know, she talks like my grandmother. Right. You know, and so it's like, hey, y'all, listen, baby. You know, I love it. But go ahead and say it in your New York accent.
It was so soft. And it was so, and you know she meant it. You know what I mean?
It was very sincere.
Very sincere. Very. Yes.
She said, Wendy, the pain you must be in to feel this way, honey. I'm so sorry. But listen, let me tell you this. 23 years I've been with my husband. Broke for a very long time together. Struggled for a very long time together. Succeeded for the last couple of years together. She said that faith plays an integral part in her relationship, and that is the foundation that makes them strong. This is the part that really got me. I almost shed a tear, y'all. She said,
you and me both.
She said, Brown Tabitha, she shared a prayer for Wendy, who was recently divorced from her husband, Kevin Hunter, who has moved on with another lady and has had a child since. She said, I pray that somebody will love you enough to see when you are not well, to see when you need true support, to see when you need compassion, to see when you need kindness. I pray somebody loves you enough to sacrifice their life for you. I pray that type of love find you so that you can understand why I don't want my husband to put his life on the line anymore when a bulletproof vest if he doesn't have to, and if it's not his desire. Girl.
Baby, let me tell you something. Number one, a woman does not do that, what she did, unless a man has been 10 toes down.
Thank you.
Do you understand how I'm talking about? At that point, when you see her husband, you like, you know what? Like, this is what I see. When I see her husband, I'll be like, you know what? He is spiritual gangster. Period. You know,
Right.
that's what I see. Or especially in order for him, knowing now that he survived on LAPD for 15 years, like, and I see she just did on IG, I saw where she just did like this huge thing for him or whatever, where he had been following this pastor for the past, you know, I don't know, 10 years or so. And she surprised him with the pastor coming to this party, and just the look on his face and just the happiness of a pastor. Like, how many men would be like, "Ooh, I want Jay-Z," you know, I want the, you know what I'm saying? I want LeBron James, you know, but no, he was excited about a pastor. Like, their love and what you see, the energy that I see or feel when it comes to them, or when I see them, man, please, a woman is gonna do that for a spiritual gangster that's holding it down, holding her down all day, every day. Period.
And a man who doesn't understand that type of spirituality, they will never get that thing. You got to have a connection with God. Whatever connection they have in their relationship is something more special than anybody on this earth will ever understand. I saw some guy who did a little video, you know, because when I searched it on YouTube, obviously there's all the clout chasers that are doing videos about it, and some dude talking about, oh, what Tabitha has, toxic positivity. You know, it's like,
what
now
is the heck is toxic positivity?
He said that she was
some
like
bull crap that some negative person made up.
He was like, it's no way anybody is that positive. Well, baby, when you living in your truth and in your religion, your Jesus Christ, your God, you don't know what folks got. If you living in your Allah, then you should have toxic positivity too. Whoever you following, whoever you are looking up to, whether it's some human being and you worshiping, people worship all kind of stuff. But if you ain't toxic, if you ain't positive about what you got going on, then maybe you need to start looking at something else. Because these folk out here worshiping Kevin Samuels, they worshiping celebrities, they're worshiping everything. Y'all negative and y'all having negative results in your life. This woman is manifesting something good. And I don't care what nobody got to say about it, baby. I want some of what she got going on, baby. I want some of that.
Toxic positivity.
The dude said it was toxic positivity. He was like, it's no way a woman can be that. And he even went as far as to say, I bet there's going to be some reports that come up from the LAPD about where he's done some things.
Oh, my God. We're not even going to give that any airplay. We're not going to give that any airplay. But
I want y'all to know that's how busy the negativity bandits are out there. Whenever a new story pops up, you can't have none good, and you can't talk good about nobody without somebody trying to dissect it to say, nah, this ain't real. Y'all watch out for them bandits out there that's trying to steal.
Honey, the thing
I was disgusted with that video. It was right up under the one where I was listening to Wendy Williams, and I was like, let me click on this. And when I heard what this dude was saying, I was like, dang, a chick can't even just have a good video where she big up in what her husband did, man. Y'all crazy.
Because you want to know why? That same man, I guarantee you, can't do nothing for no woman in the
exactly.
Well,
to be quite honest, he was LGBTQ community, so it was all that T. You know, he is the T. I think she's just too, toxic positive. Why the black?
Which is crazy, because that's exactly what Kevin Samuels is. That's exactly what he's saying. And black men want, or high value black men want, which is so. Again, make up your mind. But I think that, Zaire, you and I had a conversation a little earlier about this. And I think that there was something you said that was very important to repeat, because I said, you have to be careful. After we talked about it a little bit, I said, Wendy Williams, there are certain people that you don't even go after. You can't, you shouldn't even try to touch them. And I think that what you said was so profound as a response to that statement, that I would love for you to kind of, expound upon that.
Absolutely. And what you said was, some people like that you can't touch, I think. And I said,
yeah, like Wendy Williams, don't, if you don't know her, like Michelle, you were like, I don't even know this girl, this lady. Right. Like, if you don't know her and you don't understand that God covers her and who or
Right.
who she is covered by, you don't see that light automatically, that means you ain't a part of the crew, boo-boo.
Yeah, and the dude was saying that people were going after Wendy Williams in the comments about going for her. And he was like, oh, well, she should have shut that down. That's not her job. Y'all went after one of God's protected. And so whatever the backlash is, it is what it is. Because it went, you talking about, man, you talking about a yin and a yang, an evil and a good that was going to war right here. This just wasn't no statement made. This was about somebody trying to say, I did something good, positive, and I show real, true love for my man. And now people are telling me I'm crazy and wrong for that. What kind of world are we living in where you can't even, man, come on, y'all.
I know.
What is the world coming to?
And what did you say in response? Yeah.
Right.
I basically said, but those people you can't touch.
Yes.
What you say, it don't matter what you say. This woman came on here after you see all those plain inflicted wounds from the video that you were talking about, Michelle, and the way that Wendy talked about. You can't touch that lady, because even after you still tried to sit there and downplay her decision and say,
right,
oh, she's gonna fail, she still sat there and, being the God's child that she is, prayed for you to find happiness and to pray for you to be. For somebody to even feel that way about you, when you have somebody like that that's willing to sacrifice for you and for themselves, that's willing to put themselves in harm's way for just to see you happy, and y'all put God first, don't nothing you say matter. Because at the end of the day, even if she don't got her man, she got God, and God got the both of them.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
Maybe I need at that point right there, I need somebody to cue up that Fred Hammond.
Man, what you
no
talking
weapon
about?
formed against me shall prosper.
What they tried.
When you are a child of God, please understand. God did not say the weapons will not be formed.
Right.
What he said is that they shall not prosper. So let them form all the weapons they want to form, and you respond like Tabitha did. You know,
honestly,
what?
all it did was win more people to her, you know, to positivity, to God. People gonna be like, wait, what this girl got on her?
Because let's not talk about Psalms 23 that says God will make your enemies your footstools.
Thank you.
Come on,
thank
now.
you. So you said what you did was probably blow up her platform even larger than what it was.
That's all
now
I'm saying.
People want to know who this chick really is. Go for it.
Go ahead, Gen Z. We're sorry.
We coming up on 1.5 hours, y'all. Let's.
Lord, we got to wrap it up. Okay.
Oh yeah.
In my wrap up, what I will say is, in my little wrap up, I'm gonna give y'all 1 minute. When it comes to say, you say you see a spiritual gangster, I see a fine black man. Okay, a fine black man.
Okay,
he is a fine black man.
He is very handsome.
Oh, honey. But what I see is a fine black man who will do anything to protect his fine black woman.
That's what makes right.
And I want to end this episode with that. I want to end this podcast episode with that. Whether you be London on the track, whether you be Uzi, whether you be a random Joe Schmo, whether you be Carly Red, I think that you need to realize that the way that black men treat black women is the way that other people would treat black women.
Thank you. And
the way that black women treat black men is the reason why when they get with a Kardashian or whoever, they think that, oh, this is perfect, this is great, because you're not like a black woman, you don't complain, you don't do this. Instead of beating down these men or whatever, let's teach them. Okay, you could be a powerful black woman and you could teach them, because I'm pretty sure before Tabitha met her husband, she was like, oh, none of these men is like that. No, you need a man that's going to teach you that, no, I'm like this, and this is how it's supposed to be. And that's the type of man that he's teaching his sons to be. And that's the type of woman that she's teaching her daughter to be. And I need more black men, when y'all sitting here and y'all are dismantling the family dynamic in African American communities, when y'all go out here and y'all have these babies and y'all not committed to these women, I need y'all to know that that's the type of impact that y'all gonna have on y'all children.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Stop calling this stupid.
Thank you. We're not building communities. We're dismantling with this type of behavior besides Tabitha Brown. Absolutely.
Right. Stop calling it simping and stop calling it being a punk, because you love your woman and you want to do right by your woman and you're willing to sacrifice for your woman. Ain't ain't nothing simping and ain't nothing punkish about that. And it is what it is. So I appreciate this conversation.
I know this has
This
been
was a good one.
super dope. Thank you, Gen Z or Millennial.
Definitely. And don't forget to visit our website, raindropconvos.com. This is awesome. We do it every Wednesday. And me and Stacey, check out our last podcast, 4th of July, where we actually showed our faces on camera, just in case y'all wonder.
Down.
Yeah, we got down, baby. And so we're going to do that more often as well. So this has been great, man.
We will see you guys next week. Oh, actually, I don't know if we're recording tomorrow, but we may. But you'll get the notification if you subscribe.
Right. Hit that subscribe button.
Yes, hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
And all I'm going to say is love you guys. Thanks for listening. I'm out. Thanks.
Peace. Love y'all.
Bye, y'all.